Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be an empties video. I haven't done an empties video for a really long time. I have like two huge bags of items that I've used up, and they're kind of like a mixture of makeup, skincare, hair care, and some household items as well. So I'm probably going to divide this into two videos. I'm going to focus more on the makeup items for this video, and yeah, basically I'll just give you very quick thoughts about what I feel about the products. I'm gonna go quite quickly because there's quite a bit of products to get through, but as always, if you want me to do an in-depth review of any of the products, just let me know in the comments down below. So hope you guys enjoy this. So I'm first gonna get started with a couple of MAC items. I have completed one studio fix, and this is basically I'm not really a big fan of this because, as you can see there, the top part of the product actually ended up drying out or getting hard, and I realized that it happens a lot whenever, like, if I'm sweating and I'm using the product, the little sort of powder puff, and puffing it onto my face, and the sweat gets onto the powder and it kind of hardens up like that. So I ended up not being able to use this, and this is a studio fix powder, but right now I'm using the Select Sheer Press powder, which I prefer a lot more. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It's pretty a lot of product, but I can't get through the items, so that's going back to MAC. The next MAC item that I've used up is this mineralized concealer, and it looks like this. Basically this is like a very lightweight sort of concealer. I'm in the shade NW35. There's a little bit of product, so this is how it looks like. This is basically just the lightest probably type of concealer that you can find in MAC, and if you have very very subtle dark eye circles, it's not too big of a problem. You might want to try this out, but I personally just like this for a very quick concealer look under the eyes when I'm rushing out of the house. So I have gotten another of this as a replacement. I have another MAC product, and this is actually the Select Sheer one, which I was telling you guys about. This is what I'm using right now to kind of powder my face before I step out of the house. It is in NC45, and the one that I'm currently using has already hit pan already. So this is how it kind of looks like. It's basically just a very lightweight powder that is really awesome if you have very oily skin, you just want to powder your face, or if you just want to set your face for the day. This is really awesome. You can use like a powder brush, or you can use a powder puff to kind of puff it in there. So that's what I'm using at the moment. So let's get on to other non-MAC items. The usual brow products. So my Silky Girl dark brown brow liner. It looks like this. You would have seen me use this a lot in my tutorials. I love this a lot. Basically it comes with a spoolie for you to kind of comb your hair, and it comes with a brow filler which looks like this, and you just kind of I really like this to fill into the areas at the the inner corner of my eyebrows, so that it doesn't look like I have any bald spots and all that. So that's that, two of that. And then I used a ton of Silky Girl eyeliners. So this is, as you know, my favorite eyeliner of all time. I really haven't had the need to look for any other more expensive eyeliners. I really like this. So I've used up 4 of these actually. So this is in the Precision Blackest Black eyeliner. I usually get them from Watson's or from Guardian. It just draws a really nice straight line, and I'm actually wearing it onto my eyelids today, so I just really like using the wing. And even no amount of like eyeshadow or glitter on my eyes would stop this eyeliner from actually going across it, because sometimes I feel that when I have very funny things on my eyes and I have things that are coming out, I feel that the different eyeliners are not able to go on top of it, but this one actually works very well. So next up, I actually have tons and tons of little pencils, and this is my, how many pencils do I have here? 1, 2, 3, I have 6 of them here. So these are my Silky Girl eyebrow pencil, and I've used all of this. When it comes to this shot, it it doesn't draw out as nicely because I don't get the angle with my wrist. But these are basically my go-to eyebrow pencils to kind of extend my eyebrows outwards. And again, I haven't really found a need to change this up, and this is just so freaking cheap, and yeah, I need to get more of these. So that's that. Sticking on to the eyebrow stuff, this is actually the third step to my eyebrows, and this is the eyebrow treat and tame by ELF. And I basically use this part here to just kind of you know, to tint the eyebrows on the inner end. And I do this because my hair is kind of brownish and I don't want my eyebrows to look too dark, and also it just brings my eyebrows like together really nicely. So that's that. Next up, I used up one of the Tarte CC creams, and you guys know that I absolutely love this product. I actually have already one that I'm using, a brand new one. This is probably like my second tube. This particular one came in a little bit wonky, so I kind of had to hold this on together like that when I was using this one. But this is basically just my go-to CC cream. It just gives you the perfect amount of coverage whenever you need to use it for an everyday wear, but you don't want to use foundation. This is like perfect. I use this every day when I am going to work, and it's just really easy. You just spread it across your face. It's like a margarine stick really, and the different colors in there allows you to color correct whatever that you have on your face. You can use this as a primer as well, but I find that on its own it works perfectly. Okay, next is the Urban Decay Eyebrow Potion eyeshadow primer, and this is probably one of those that I either got as a sample or I got it together with a particular eye palette. So it comes in like that. This is very famous. This is in the original one, I think, and it comes with a little spoolie right there. It's basically like a little bit of whitish sort of color, and I know that a lot of people actually like this. For me personally, it's not my favorite. I actually started off, this was the first like eye primer that I actually bought, the full-size one. But I didn't like it because I realized that it tends to crease like my my eyes, especially in this area here. It just tends to crease it, and I didn't feel like it worked very well for my oily lids. It is very decent, but I find that the MAC paint pots work a lot better. But anyway, this was a sample and I've used it up. Next up are some lip liners, and these are sort of like darker red lip liners which I've used up. The first one is the Revlon Color Stay one. Can you see how faded the words are? This is like how long I've had this. I think I've probably had this for like 2 years thereabouts. But this is in the color Prune, and this is a really good color if you are looking for something for your darker lipstick. So that's how it looks like, and it kind of comes out with like a pen right there. You don't really have to sharpen it or whatever. I find that this works really well. This range of lip liners are one of my favorites, and it's very affordable as well. The next one is the LA Girls Endless lip liner, and this one is also coming out as a spoolie like that. I didn't, as you can see, it has actually broken off. So this is not technically not an empty, but I've given up using it because it's quite brittle. It breaks off really easily, and the color looks like that. The color is kind of decent, but on your lips, especially since my lips are quite pigmented, it doesn't really go too well on me. This was $10 that I got from Sasa, but don't think I'm gonna get another of those. The Revlon ones are a lot better. I used up my NYX Shine Killer, and this is a face primer that I've been using for the longest time. I've got really oily skin, so I feel that this actually helps. It doesn't make my skin like completely oil-free, but it's just a very decent type of product. I got this off shoppingdistrict.net, and yeah, it's just a very basic primer from your face. So speaking about primers, I actually used up 2 of these Inglot samples. So cheapo, right? I've actually really used it up to like the last drop. This is the Under Makeup Base, and it makes the skin very matte, it smoothens, it helps to absorb sebum. So this is my favorite primer. I have yet to get the full size of it. I need to go get down to Inglot and get it, but I have been recommended this on Instagram. I just find that it's a really awesome product, and I remember that I was using this for like 6 hours straight without blotting my face, and my makeup still looked perfect. So if you've got oily skin like me, or you live in a humid country which makes your skin really oily like me, this is a must. Like, give it a try. I'm definitely getting the full size of this. I just need to get myself down to the store. Okay, setting spray. My go-to is obviously the Urban Decay De-Slick makeup setting spray. I've used up 2 full-size bottles of this and 1 travel-size bottle. So this is basically just comes in like that. What I do is that I actually just spritz it all over my face after I'm done with my makeup every day, and this kind of helps to keep my makeup staying in place the whole day. And this is by the brand Scandinavia, which is like very famous for like the pop concerts and all that. So they also come in travel size, which you can actually keep this bottle, and you can actually, you know, pour some of this into the travel size bottle and travel with it. So this one is I think about 20-ish, and this is like close to $40, but I really like this. So as you can see, oil blotter control films. I've used up a lot more than this, but this is just the ones that I bothered to put into the little bag of Empties. But this is my go-to, like, must holy grail have product. I probably choose this over makeup because my face is so oily, but this is the usual ones that I use, the blue ones, the oil control films, and I tried to use the pink one, which is a little bit more scented, but to be honest it doesn't really make a difference, so I basically stuck to this and probably just buy this if I feel like having some pink in my life. Okay, moving on, I'm going to talk about some perfumes. I used up a couple of sample perfumes. The first one is the YSL Parisienne perfume. It looks like this. This is very nice smelling. I remember really liking using this. It's a very like nighttime sort of perfume, very sort of purplish, sort of black. It makes me think of purple and black, which is what the bottle of the color of the bottle is actually, but it's really nice. I kind of like that. The next one is Optimistic by Paul Smith. This is a very rosy type of scent. I'm not a big fan of like rosy scents, so I used it up, but not a big fan personally. The next one is Calvin Klein's Sheer Beauty. I actually really like this one a lot. It is a very like nice everyday kind of scent that you can wear. Very, you know, and I think that it's probably a little bit more towards the more feminine Calvin Klein sort of clean scent that they have. Okay, what's next? I've got a nail product here. This is the Sally Hansen Nail Growth Miracle Serum. So I had very high hopes for this. It basically comes in like a little pump like that, and it's like a little vial. It's glass and everything, so you put this onto the base of your nails, and then you kind of just massage it a little bit and you let it grow. To be honest with you, I used this a lot like a couple of months back, and then I come on and off. I'm kind of like, okay, but because I don't really have an issue with my nails growing, it was more of making sure that they stay stronger and all that. So I don't think I'll be purchasing this, but I do think that if you are looking for something that is that helps your nails to grow healthily, you might want to consider this one. So yeah, those are the makeup products that I've used up over the last couple of months. I hope you guys enjoyed these sort of very short, quick reviews. Let me know if you have any questions about any of the products. I'm going to do part 2 now, which is going to center more towards like skincare, body care, some household items as well. So make sure you click on part 2, which I will link down below, and enjoy. Bye!